What is going on, guys, and welcome back to the Chelsea chat for the first time in quite a while. In this week's episode, we look back on the mouth-watering clash against Arsenal and we say goodbye to a Chelsea legend. Wow, what a performance by Chelsea today. Absolutely dismantling Arsenal. And in my opinion, that wasn't even our best. And we can get so much better. Arsenal were at the race for maybe about 10 minutes today. And then after the Marcus Alonso goal, it changed the game entirely. Marcus Alonso actually, gonna bring him up. You have changed my opinion completely. Before the Leicester game this season, it was one of my episodes of the Chelsea chat. I criticised you. Marcus Alonso, you've earned my trust and full respect. You're going to get a round of applause here. Not many people can change my opinion on players. As in, you've proven yourself to be a worthy wing-back. As in, I think Roberto Carlos is the type of guy that would want to be Marcus Alonso. That's how good I think he's gotten. Marcus Alonso will hopefully be in the squad that will lead us to the Premier League title this season. Now, another man I'm going to mention, of course, you cannot talk about this game. You can't even mention this scoreline without talking about Eden Hazard. Eden Hazard was on top form today. After that abominable performance against Liverpool where he was subbed off before the penalty, he changed his game entirely today. For his goal, wow. Just wow. He bamboozled that Arsenal defence. He destroyed Coquelin, Mustafi and Gishelny and slaughtered it past Perisic. No one could stop that man today. He was absolutely incredible. Every touch, every flick, every pass, every turn, every twist. Oh, you could not take your eyes off the guy. Just wow. Just unbelievable turnaround from his performance against Liverpool. And this is why Eden Hazard is my man of the match for today. He was just absolutely insane. It's probably the best I've seen him play this season. As in, he was so up for this game. He knew what this game meant to the fans. And he put in a hell of a performance. Obviously, you cannot review a Chelsea game without talking about the man that covers 80% of the Earth's surface. Of course, I'm talking about N'Golo Kante. Another stellar game from him today, making as many tackles as I will make in my lifetime in that game, as many interceptions as I will make in my lifetime. He was absolutely insane today. As in, I honestly thought when they were going through the match analysis down Sky Sports that it was really tight call between him and Eden Hazard. He was just phenomenal, broke down every Arsenal breakaway, and that's why N'Golo Kante has to be one of the players we talk about week in, week out. He has changed this Chelsea side completely. He's an absolute phenomenal player, he is. And one other thing I want to bring into this game before we end, I said it wasn't one of our best performances, and that's probably because the link-up play at times wasn't great now. And then there was definitely twice in the first half where Costa could have sent in Pedro and Pedro could have sent in Costa, and they just didn't, and it could have been a hell of a lot worse. That's why I can see those little bits. I can see that we can, take it up at another level, and that'd be absolutely insane if we could take it up to another level. We're already, a couple of levels above the Premier League team, but if we get more ahead of these Premier League teams, who knows what thing could be ahead of us in seasons to come and in this season. Obviously, I have to talk about Arsenal as well, or else it just wouldn't be a fair preview. For me, Arsenal lacked fight, if I'm honest. It's typical Arsenal when they come to Stamford Bridge, as in there's so much hope for their fans coming into the game, and it just doesn't happen. One thing I'd like to point out is Mesut Ozil. I thought he didn't put work rate in today, and a lot of people have been saying that recently from an Arsenal's perspective, and I really saw it today. Mesut Ozil just didn't seem to care other than getting forward. But as a team, when you were struggling against a high intensity team, you need to help your defenders and other midfielders out in defending, and Ozil just didn't do that. And the back four for us today were absolutely appalling. As in, for that goal that I mentioned earlier, the Hazard goal, if I was Coquelin, I would have hacked Hazard down. I would have hacked the absolute balls off him. And Coquelin just run past me. What's the point in hacking you down? We're going to concede anyway. And that's the attitude he took to it. Now, two Arsenal players I want to talk about in more detail is Alexis Sanchez and Danny Welbeck. Alexis Sanchez is always a player I've admired, and I always think he puts in his best for the team. In the past few weeks, from Arsenal's perspective, he seems quite distant himself from the team when he moped at the bench against Swansea, and also today Mesut Ozil was actually giving out to Sanchez towards the end for not going over to applaud the away fans, and he walked straight off. For me, is that a sign that Sanchez is leaving Arsenal at the end of the season? And you know what? I'm going to let you guys decide that. I'm going to leave a poll in the top corner for you guys to decide. Will Sanchez stay at Arsenal this season, or will he leave in the summer? The transfer window closed on the 31st of January, and Chelsea Football Club said goodbye to an absolute hero. Of course, I'm talking about two-goal Branislav Ivanovic. Ivanovic left Chelsea for Zenit St. Petersburg after 9 years of service with the club, winning 8 trophies, scoring 34 goals in 376 appearances. Branislav Ivanovic, an absolute Chelsea legend. He's been around since 2008-9 season, has had the likes of Scolari in charge of him, hitting twice, Ancelotti, Mourinho, AVB, Di Matteo, Jesus Christ, it's a long list, and Antonio Conte. And in those years, he's been an absolute stalwart for Chelsea, and just closing to this year, he hasn't really gotten his game, and that's why he's left. But no hard feelings towards him. I know he played, quite crap last season. In fairness, but Branislav Ivanovic will always be a Chelsea legend in my eyes. He's just one player that if you think of Chelsea, for me personally, he sticks out along with the likes of Frank Lampard, John Terry, and Didier Drogba. He's nearly been there since I started supporting them in like 06, 07, and he was there 2 years after. So he's one of the first players I actually remember, because I remember him doing an interview for Chelsea TV, and like his English was absolutely crap, and I just remember he was just like, "I'm so happy to play, it's good." And it was just, that's the first moment I remember of Ivanovic. Speaking of moments, you can't mention Branislav Ivanovic without mentioning that Europa League final against Benfica in Amsterdam. What a momentous occasion. I remember being down there, being in my living room, celebrating it, the goal in the last minute. It was absolutely insane. The game was destined for extra time. And who better to pop up than two-goal Branislav Ivanovic to win the Europa League for Chelsea? That's not all he did. He scored countless goals in countless games, and really important games as well. He scored those 2 goals against Liverpool in the quarterfinals of the 08-09 Champions League, and he scored the important 4th goal against Napoli in Chelsea's 4-1 victory over them en route to winning the Champions League in Munich. Ivanovic, I was at that game, and I can say you gave me one of my greatest moments of my life. In these 17 years I've been on this earth, that moment there is probably in the top 20. And for that, I thank you so much. And one more thing I have to say about Ivanovic. I was there for his last ever appearance for Chelsea against Brentford, and he scored as well, right in front of me in the Matthew Harding end. And on that note, Branislav Ivanovic, thank you for everything you've done for this football club. If you're watching this, you're one of my heroes. You're an absolute legend. Branislav Ivanovic, thank you for everything.